Movie lovers, welcome to another EMoney's Reviews. On today's show, we've got two movies out in theaters right now, both involving train killers, and then a little later I will be accepting a movie challenge from fellow YouTubers, and then after that, EMoney's Movie-isms. But first, where the hell was everybody this weekend? Because I know you weren't going to see these movies. These two, while they're not going to be movie of the year, were still pretty good, and they didn't even break the top 3 at the box office. The first of these films was Hitman Agent 47, based on the hit video game. Now, I actually like this movie a lot better than the original Hitman film starring Timothy Olyphant. I think it has a lot more action throughout, and it sticks closer to the original material in the video game. If you've ever played the video games, you know that 47 is a master of disguise, is always finding unique ways to close his contracts, and his handler Diana's loyalty is always questionable at best. All of these factors you get in this film. Now, the movie is fairly predictable, as most action movies usually are, but that doesn't stop it from being any less of a fun ride, and that's why I give it 2.5 popcorns out of 4. The second movie I saw in theaters this weekend, which nobody else went to see, was the stoner spy flick American Ultra. Don't hear that combination very often. I don't know why nobody went to see this movie. I mean, the script is original, the story is pretty good, there's plenty of action throughout, and a lot of big-name stars in it. Guys, I enjoy Kristen Stewart in a movie. That should tell you something. Shh. American Ultra screenwriter Max Landis has an idea, though. He said in a recent Twitter rant, "It seems the reviews didn't even matter. The movie didn't matter. The argument that will be made is, big-level original ideas don't make money." Landis later apologized for his rant and stated that he is all about passion for stories and honesty in his industry. Now, personally, I hope he's wrong, and this isn't how we feel about original movies now, because while I always love movies based on comic books, or video games, or books, or even the occasional reboot, I still think we need to have original movies in the mix. My only complaint about American Ultra was that the trailers had you thinking this was an action comedy, when really I thought it was an action movie with comedic elements to it. It wasn't nearly as funny as the trailers would have you believe. But regardless of that, go see American Ultra. It's a good original movie with great action, and I give it 3 popcorns out of 4. Alright, now moving on to the next part of the show. Last week I was on YouTube watching the latest video from the Chic Geeks. I love these girls. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. And in their video, they issued the movie challenge to all of their viewers. And today, I am accepting that challenge. Now, the first question in their challenge is, what was the first movie you saw in theaters? Well, I'm not sure if this was the first movie I saw in theaters, but it's the first one I can remember, and that was The Land Before Time. And I remember this one so well because right in the middle of the movie, my mom is taking me outside to go to the bathroom, and I yell out right in the middle of the theater for everybody to hear me, "Mom, can they put the movie on pause?" Next question was, what was the last movie you saw in theaters? Well, duh, I just told you, American Ultra. Okay, moving on. Next question was, list your 3 favorite actors. And guys, this was painful. I had a list of 10 actors, and I was trying to narrow it down to 3, and every time I scratched a name off, it hurt. But eventually, my picks came down to Gandalf himself, Ian McKellen, great villain actor Christoph Waltz, and the man of 1,000 faces, Johnny Depp. Next question was, name your 3 favorite actresses. Now this one, also painful, but eventually it came down to, no surprise here, my hometown girl and Oscar winner Jennifer Lawrence, the woman who was 1 Grammy win away from winning an EGOT, Helen Mirren, and then finally Oscar winner Julianne Moore. What's your favorite animated movie? Well, while I love all the Toy Story movies, in the end I had to go with The Incredibles, which by the way is also my favorite Fantastic Four movie. Favorite movie at the moment? Well, for that I guess I'd have to go with Avengers Age of Ultron. What book would you like to see adapted into a movie? Now this one was an excellent question, and as far as standalone book goes, I have to go with Ready Player One. Guys, this is an excellent book. I recommend it to any sci-fi fan out there, no matter what your genre is. And I hear that Spielberg is making this into a movie, so yeah, I'm excited about that. As far as book series go, I have to go with the Dresden Files. This is my favorite book series out there, and do not judge it based on that crappy sci-fi show they did a couple years back. The book is far better than the TV show was, and they need to find a director who will do it justice as a movie. Dresden looks badass like this in the books, but taller. Like much taller. So, even more badass. If you could be in any movie franchise, which one? Well, for that, I'd have to definitely go with Star Wars. I mean, if I had just one speaking line in any of the Star Wars movies, I would have my own action figure, and I could be a D-list celebrity in any convention in the country. Favorite Christmas movie? Well, It's a Wonderful Life and A Christmas Story both came in close, but in the end I had to go with a newer generation and pick The Santa Claus. Alright, that does it for the movie challenge. Be sure to post your own picks in the comments section, and be sure to subscribe to Chic Geeks on YouTube. End of my show. Alright, now it's time for EMoney's Movie-isms, and this is your fair warning. If you don't want spoilers to any of these movies, stop watching right now. And today's movie-ism is called the Barrymore of the movie. And what this is a character in a movie, sometimes played by a big-name actor or actress, who's killed in the opening scene. And of course, this term comes from the original Scream movie when Drew Barrymore, the biggest star they had in their cast, was taken out in the brutal opening scene of the film. Other examples are Susan Backlany in the opening scene of the original Jaws film. Then you've got Adrienne King, whose character is the sole survivor of the original massacre at Camp Crystal Lake in Friday the 13th Part 1. But then her character is offed in the opening scene of Part 2. Then, in keeping with tradition, the Scream franchise kills off Omar Epps in gruesome fashion in the opening scene of Scream 2. Now, normally this is the part of the show where I tell you guys to go to listchallenges.com, and while you should still do that, I also have a challenge of my own. Guys, I'm running out of movie-isms. I mean, I've got maybe 3 or 4 good ones left, and after that, I'm out. So here's my challenge to you. If you have your own original movie-ism, post it to the comment section, and if I like it, I might just use it on the show. Also, if you like what I'm doing here, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Twitter at EMoneyMovies. Well, that just about does it for this episode, and I don't really have a clever end to this episode, so the best thing I could do is cut to black and mid